And this matchup, I believe, is going to be a fun matchup. We have the Raiders versus the Buccaneers. Buccaneers being favored by 6.5, and the over/under being 46.5. Raiders are coming off a game they lost, but they should have won, or they should at least tied the game. They botched a snap and the fumbles, and then they just, they don't cover the fumble, and the Kansas City covers the fumble, and they win the game. But they could have kicked the field goal, and if they would have made it, they would have won the game by 1 point. But what are you gonna do? They're on an 8-game losing streak. O'Connell, he put up some good numbers against the Chiefs. He was 23 for 35, 340 yards, 2 touchdowns, and no interceptions. That's pretty damn good. They have a nice 1-2 punch in Bowers and Jacoby Myers. They're not too bad, so they're not without weapons. They have a terrible rushing attack, the Oakland. It's one of the bottom 3 rushing attacks in the league. But because of the injuries of White and Madison, the 2 backups who are starting for them, and Abdullah and McCormick, they look better than the starters. These guys, Abdullah, who could catch the ball, and McCormick, he was actually putting the ball, he was putting his feet to the ground and getting 5 to 6 yards a rush. So these 2 backups look better than the starters. I say keep these backups in and keep White and Madison, the starters. Let them ride the bench, or keep on saying they're hurt and let them sit down and start these guys. The Raiders defense isn't half bad. It really isn't. I know the record sucks ass, but the defense ain't so bad. Their defense against the pass ranks 14th, and again, the defense against the run is ranked 11th. So not too shabby from a Raiders team that, for the most part is pretty much a mess. Buccaneers are coming off a win against the Panthers. The Panthers had that game in the bag. Chuba Hubbard fumbles in overtime right there around the 30-yard line, the Buccaneers 30-yard line. They could have kicked the field goal in overtime and win the game, but no, he fumbles. Buccaneers recover. Buccaneers go down, kick a field goal, and they win. Buccaneers are tied with Atlanta for first place in the NFC South, so this game means a lot. So they're going to be watching the Falcons game against the Minnesota Vikings. Or they're going to keep an eye on it while they're playing. So they know they need to win this game. Ever since Mike Evans has come back, they have lost. They haven't lost, and they are on a 2-game winning streak since Mike Evans. Like I said, when Mike Evans came back, he just opened the field for Rachaad White, the running back who could catch the ball better, and they opened for Cade Otton, their tight end. So Mike Evans opened the field for them. Bucky Irving had a great game. He rushed over 120 yards rushing against the Panthers. Not saying much. Panthers have the worst rushing defense in the league, but good 1-2 punch in Bucky Irving and Rachaad White. Bucs have one of the worst pass defenses in the league. Keep that in mind. And the Bucs have failed to cover the spread in each of their last 4 games after a win. They just beat the Panthers. So, this game has all the look and the smell of when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers played the Panthers. It just looks and smells the same to me. And, I think it's going to do the same thing. I think the Raiders could possibly pull off another win in this game. I really think they do. I do not trust that Buccaneers defense. That secondary is Swiss cheese. So I'm not going to take the Raiders, money line. I'm not brave enough to do that. I think the best bet is over 46.5. I think Brock Bowers could light this team up, and O'Connell. So give me the over 46.5 as my best play. But I also like the Raiders plus the 6.5 points. I think they could do a backdoor cover or keep the game close enough the whole game, just like the Panthers did. But give me the over 46.5 as my best play.